2025, World of Warcraft is thriving more than ever. And I've been playing that game since launch, since 24. And I gotta be very honest with you, I do not care what a lot of YouTubers are saying, but I think we're living in the best times for World of Warcraft. It's amazing. Yes, we do have a lot of versions. This is true. It's an overload, to be honest. But in my opinion, this offers a diversification for more kind of people, for like different players who enjoy the game on a different way. So there are, of course, the retail enjoyers, the classic enjoyers, the hardcore enjoyers. You have the mob classic, the progressive classic enjoyers. Now bringing back Legion Remix, I think that's a great thing. And of course, along this way, having different versions and try to not satisfy just one player base, but to feed a little different player bases. Of course, you will have directions that are dying, right? We are looking at SOD. Blizzard officially stopped progressing in SOD. For me, that's okay, because it was a season. It was something seasonal, and seasonal things end. So in my opinion, that's okay, and that was something predictable. I really enjoyed SOD. I think it was an epic start when it launched. I think there was a lot of new things that we were hoping for. The rune system, I think it was great at that point. The new content, the raids that turned out to be dungeons, the level cap. So there was a lot going on with the game that is basically still the same. But see, taking a great game and doing some little tweaks on it already sparks new motivation to go after. But still, yes, there are a lot of versions right now. And Blizzard is debating to merge, or Blizzard actually announced to merge now the Progressive Classic servers, which is, in my opinion, a great idea. If you're having analysis of the realms, I think it's a great idea to put them together so they're not dying at once, but you're having like more people populated. That's cool for me. But something I realized along this way, I was always the classic connoisseur. I was always on Team Classic. I will never play retail. Retail is too flashy, retail is for kids, retail is ADHD, so on and so forth. But recently, I got bored of Classic. It's not just that I got bored of Classic and I am pumping and huffing that copium for Classic Plus. It's just that I also felt that by now I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to back in the day. Not just because it was nostalgia and so on. I'm not the same person that I was 20 years ago. I mean, obviously, right? I'm 29 by now. I was 9 years when I started playing WoW back in the day. My life was completely different. My perception was different. How I receive content, how I receive games, how I view things. That's one of the points. Another point is that it was repetitive at times. So repeating it all over and all over and all over again, doing Molten Core like 500, 600, 700 times. I lost the count, to be honest. Doing Nax 400, 500 times. It was just repetitive and it did not spark the dopamine in me. It did not spark the curiosity that I was having back in the day. Alright, but put that aside. One thing that was crucial for me to realize is that I'm not having the time anymore. See, there is one thing that I was criticizing about retail. It is that I was thinking that retail is not social enough and that an MMORPG has to be social. Like, you have to meet up with your people, you have to communicate, you have to do plans, you have to join a guild. But here's the problem. I don't have time for that anymore. I don't have time to sit down, join a guild, have guild drama, have people preparing stuff with me, sitting down every night, doing plans, respeccing, and making schedules. That's just not... I don't have the time for this anymore. I'm not 15 anymore. I'm 29. I'm having a job. I'm married. I'm trying to do content. So I'm having 2 hours, 3 tops a day to play. I don't know. This is something that I realized it's just slow and sluggish, which is okay after you reach the end game, but still, it was, at the end of the day, it was rate logging for me. And as I said in the previous points, the spark went away, which is not a good indication because I don't want to move away from that game because it's one of my favorite games ever, besides of Counter-Strike. Like, I have 2 favorite games, Counter-Strike and World of Warcraft, because they're both nostalgic and I was playing them for 20 years. Anyhow, they couldn't be more different, right? Anyhow, that's the problem that I realized that, okay, I need something to do in order to keep up with the game. So I thought, classic vanilla is kind of too slow, too sluggish, too social. What should I do? Progressive classic. I was thinking, I never hopped on progressive classic because I always was thinking, yeah, right, we'll reach retail level anyway. So we're at mob already. Having Warlords of Draenor kinda, first of all, I don't want to replay that pile of shit. I do not want to replay Warlords of Draenor, period. I will not do that. And on the other hand, I was feeling like we were going to reach retail anyway, so I don't know where it's going to be. Like, I don't want to spend some time in there. And the same with 20 years anniversary servers. I have some max levels on there as well. However, where is it going to? So we are playing TBC again. So we are playing Wrath again. So I did the unthinkable and I started playing retail. And boy, I gotta be honest, I had to force myself to sit down and play retail because I was pretty biased. And when I first joined, I'm not going to lie, it was a clusterfuck. What is a warband? Why do I have people sitting in a bonfire on my starting screen? What are those graphics? Why are there so many different races? Wait a second. What does that spec mean? What is that talent tree? What is the warband? What is skywriting? So there was a lot of me to discover, and it was a clusterfuck at the beginning. So when I rejoined, I said, okay, I'm going to make a fresh character, and I played a little bit. But then I hopped back into my main, and I played through the latest expansions. I played through Dragonflight, I played through the War Within, so I'm kind of up to date by now. What I did is I just played that game like it was a normal RPG, right? I was playing through the campaigns. And by now, I gotta be very, very honest. It's fun. It's fun. Boy, it's fun. I mean, yes, it's overload, but honestly, I was thinking that I missed too much in order to catch up into that game. But I will never catch up. Like, nobody's going to catch up to be like one of the best players in that game. Like, I gotta accept the fact and I gotta embrace the confusion that was going alongside me starting retail again. And just had the curiosity to explore things, to find new things. And wow, that was awesome. That was awesome, and it's still awesome. I'm still farming new transmog, which I never did before, right? I'm still farming some achievements that I never knew about. I'm having different things to do, to go after, besides raid logging. And boy, oh boy, let's not talk about Mythic Plus. I never did that before, and I started doing some Mythic Plus. There's the sweat that I was missing. So I'm a Counter-Strike player, so I need some sweat, you know? It's amazing. It's amazing. I really, really enjoy it. I think it's good, and I can recommend playing retail even if you're a classic head. Give it a chance. And this is what I will be doing until we have a Classic Plus. I will not talk about Classic Plus in this video because it's obvious we will be receiving Classic Plus. We don't need the 20,000th video about Classic Plus. It's coming. It will be coming. We all know that by now. So retail is not my waiting room. Retail is my... Well, I would say retail is now my game until Classic Plus will release. I have a lot of things to do, and the beautiful thing about retail is everything that I do in there is permanent. So it's tied to my character that I'm having since 2004. It's the same guy. It looks a little different by now, but it's still the same guy. So that's why I'm hyped right now. I'm having new things to discover, to explore. It's beautiful, and I really, really can recommend it to all of you. So let me know down in the comments what you will be doing or what you are playing right now if you're still a classic head, if you're playing retail. If you're playing on a private server, let me know because, well, private servers, they're not doing very well right now. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.